Hello, everybody, and welcome to another novella series here on the Dot Lot, where we are telling stories and rolling dice thanks to the kind funding of Fulton County Arts and Culture. We are so pleased to have you here. Tonight we're playing one of my favorite games, but also one of my favorite settings for this game. We're going to be playing some Fate Core. For those of you that don't know what Fate Core is, don't worry. We've got you. Tonight's a learn by play. Plus, we've got, I'm just going to say this, my favorite Fate GM at the table as a player today. So I'm feeling a little nervous. I'm going to be honest, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I also want to tell everybody that we're going to be playing a game called Secret of Cats. The setting is just what it sounds like. Magical felines. Where these magical felines, they take care of the humans without the humans knowing, or any of the wiser. So, like, real life. So actual real life for any of you that have felines. If you're not a cat person, well, that's okay. There will be other critters, though I can't promise that they're not going to get, their heinies handed to them by some adorable felines. So, you've been warned. Here it is. I also want to let everybody know that we are using safety tools here at this table. That means that at any point, my cast or anybody at this table feels uncomfortable or doesn't agree with something that is going down, they can simply X card that and we will move on. You can also message me in chat privately because that is available to us thanks to the great world of technology. And we just simply move on from that. We've also got in cards at the table, which are getting close to a line or something that we may not want to dive too deep into. And then, of course, O is like, y'all, I'm feeling this. I know I look angry, but I am having the best time. So we use these cards here, both behind the scenes and for all of you at home, if you see an X card played, no questions asked. We just move right along or retcon the situation. So, let's do this. Let's jump in. I want you to meet all these incredible players because I'm really excited tonight that 5 of 6 seats are currently filled with people from Atlanta, which is kind of awesome. That never happens. I'm always the only Atlantan at a table. So I'm sorry, Trooper. Tonight you're odd feline out. But I love you anyways. I truly didn't plan this, but it is a great pleasure to have so many faces from home. So I'm just going to go down and around. So everybody, as we come to you, introduce yourself, of course, to tell us who you are, but tell us about your magical cat. Of course, don't tell us too much because names, we're going to find out, are of great import, but you can tell us what you want us to know. And in Fate, you have a high concept, a phrase that really defines your character, and I'd like for you to share that with us as well. So let's start off with Patrick, who is a great friend of mine. We're starting with you. I'm sorry, Patrick. Tell us who you are, where we can find you online, and most importantly, what furry feline are you playing today?
Yes. Hello, everyone. I am Patrick. You can find me at Patrick R. Myers, Myers, on Twitter. And I am given the great privilege of playing Sparkles, the very fluffy white cat. She practically sparkles, in light, in life. She is incredibly pampered. In fact, that's her trouble. She's a pampered princess because her burden, her human, takes good care of her. She is brushed. She is sung to. She sleeps tucked under covers, and she is perfumed in scents of vanilla and lavender. And she does not like getting dirty. She does not like going outside. And so I think there's going to be some fun things to explore with her there.
Yeah, it might get a little tough for Sparkles on the streets of this here city, but I guess we'll learn more about that here in just a second. Patrick, I just want you to know I'm excited you're here. Thanks for coming to play games with us. Moving along to another love of my life, Katie. Tell us who you are and what kitty cat you're playing.
Hello, everybody. I'm Katie, aka Goblin Katie, and I will be playing Twinkle Toes this evening, aka Twinty Toes. She is a Russian blue with hazel eyes who happens to be a polydactyl, which means she's got that extra finger on all her legs. She has it on all 4, so she has 20 toes. And she is a hippy dippy seeker kitty. she's grown up with her burden named Summer Meadows, and Summer is like super chill, and so she's just sort of picked up on that vibe, and just everything's so cool if you just let it be cool.
Well, oh, you know what? We're gonna have to go back to Patrick. I want to know your high concept. What is your high concept for Twinkle Toes or Twinkie Toes?
Sparkles.
Oh,
Sparkles. No,
Yes.
both of them. We're gonna here. Let Katie go, and then I'll pass it back to Patrick. I'm sorry.
Oh, I worked it in. She's the hippy dippy seeker kitty.
Oh, that is her high concept. She's a
Yes.
hippie dippy secret kitty. Thank you very much. Try that again, Patrick. I'm sorry.
So Sparkles is an absurdly elegant namer, and I forgot to say that her burden's name is Reginald Greenwald, known to his family as Reggie, but he hates it. He prefers to go by Reginald,
I love that.
and he's like a lonely gay teen, and his cat is his best friend, and so he treats her with love and kindness and care, and they're just really close. So
My heart.
Love both of them so much.
Okay. Popping right over to April. April, I am so excited that you are here. Tell us who you are and all about sourdough. I love it.
Hi, I'm April. I'm playing Sourdough. I feel like my life mission has changed now to protect Twinkle Toes and Sparkle all of a sudden. Sourdough is a large cat, a larger cat, kind of hefty girl. She lives in a bakery / bodega, goes kind of back and forth. Also to like the guy who sells hot dogs on the corner.
Yeah,
Just-
totally,
he
totally,
throws
totally.
Straps. Like I
Yeah.
visits all the little. She's a cat about town in her like 3 little store area because it's a long walk, and there's no food at the 4th store. So
No, that's actually just the laundromat.
yeah, there's no food there, so I don't go
We
there.
don't go there.
And her high concept is she is a gluttonous shaper.
A gluttonous shaper.
Nice.
She
I
spends a
love
lot of
that.
time at the bakery.
Wow.
That is so not fair.
I know. I'm really mad that you couldn't bring us donuts too.
Yeah.
Next,
No!
Really?
Wow.
a whole
okay.
plate of them? Okay. I feel a
I'm on
challenge coming on.
I'm
now.
on quarantine, so I can't go anywhere, so I just ordered donuts.
Oh, delivery donuts.
Yeah, delivery donuts. That sounds good.
That's brilliant.
Worth it.
That sounds real good. All right. Okay, well, next up is my dearly beloved Trooper. Trooper, tell us who you are and tell us all about Rocky.
Oh, you're muted.
Oh, you're muted in one of
You're
the
muted, baby.
two.
Oops. Did I smear my nose? Okay.
I am muted. That's true. That is a true fact. Because I was like, oh, I have to type things. You don't need to hear my typing. Like tests on the rolls. I'm Trooper SGP, and I am so happy to be here. I'm like very excited to get to play some Fate with one of my faves GMs. And I'm playing Rocky, you see, and I'm a stray cat. But like I don't care about nobody. I'm in charge of everything. Everybody knows I'm the coolest. You might say that I'm like a tough guy namer. You know what I mean? Yeah, I walk around late at night. I got a strut. I also got a burden. My burden is well, I don't want to say, but there's a woman. Because I'm that way. You know what I mean? I'm a good ladies' cat kind of thing. But it's ancient sister Zanona Washington. She's like 102 years old and everything. She was like really important in the 50s and the 60s or something. I don't know. Anyway, my point is, she gives me food. I worry about her like breaking a hip or something. So I'm like around, but I don't care or anything. I don't care. But I might hang out in a house or something just to make sure she's okay. Sometimes I give her like dead birds and everything because I feel like people like that sort of thing. It's a way to, but not that I care. But like I might get a dead bird, once or twice.
Yeah, just right on the stoop.
Yeah, just on the stoop. She lets me in the house and everything. But I got like the best coat. I mean, clearly you could see everybody knows. Everybody knows I'm like the fanciest, the coolest, the best cat in the entire block, in the entire area. Everybody knows it. Everybody's jealous of me. Everybody
I
knows it.
love your positivity.
Hey, Twinkle Toes. It's nice to see you. How you doing?
Hey, Rocky.
Hey.
I'm super. Thanks for asking.
Oh yeah, anytime.
And what did we get your full concept, high concept?
I'm
in
a
all of
tough
that?
guy namer.
Yeah.
Oh, a namer.
Nice.
Yeah. But I'm a tough guy. Don't let anybody tell you different. And like it's true though. It's totally true.
Totally.
I'm totally a tough guy.
Totally. Nice. And if Tiff if we haven't broke Tiffany yet, Tiffany, tell us who you are and all about your kitty cat.
Hello, friends. I am Tiffany. I am one of the players, GMs, producers, minds behind North by Northwest, that with Dot formed novellas as a show and an idea and a thing. So yeah, you can find me on North by Northwest along with Dot. So, we do things.
Links in chat.
There's links and things. Yeah, so I am playing Butterball. He is, oh Lord, chunky. He's a Persian cat, so he's got like a squishy face, but take the chunkiest cat you've seen and add like a little bit more chunk, because he coming. He is a don't make me come out there warden. He likes his third floor apartment. He likes his window nap spot. He'll explore the fire escape, like his part of the fire escape, for some good sunny nap spots, but he's not getting down there anytime soon or quickly.
Well, I was about to say he may have to get his chunky butt up and take an adventure today, because that's
I'm not sure.
That's
Do you
why
know
we're
whose
here.
house whose house this is? This is Butterball's house. That's his burden. Whose house?
Whose house?
Butterball's house.
So he has his owner who pampers the crap out of him, but also his building is his place. He like takes care of the building, make sure
Okay.
everyone's good and like
Okay.
safe from the invisible things.
It's true, from the things that go bump in the night, which these poor burdens, as felines like to call them, don't seem to ever see or possibly just ignore. But all four of these cats, Sparkles, Twinkle Toes, Sourdough, Rocky, and Butterball, all share a neighborhood. Rather large city block and a metropolitan setting. And even though they all come from different walks of the feline life, I guess you could say, this block clearly has a large apartment building. It's going to clearly have a bodega and a few shops, as well as, like I said, there's a laundromat on the corner. As we go through today, one of the great things about Fate is you get to help shape the world. If at any point you want to add something that may benefit you to this world, you can spend a Fate point and potentially create an aspect in your domain or in this space. So remember, that could come in handy, whether it hinders something, one of my NPCs, or ends up helping you. So those are the things I can give you for now. Now, for all of you at home, you can also add aspects to this game by helping me fill that bar that you see on the screen. You can do that by supporting the channel, by giving bits and tips. When you do so, that bar will begin to fill. Once it is full, I'll add a new aspect to today's game. So I will write something new, something in the world changes or happens, or the stakes heightened a little bit. So it'll be a fun way for us to keep them on their proverbial kitty toes. All right. This is a normal night. The moon is high in the sky. It is the city, which means the pigeons have gone to bed. There are no crows or any of those other creatures that are said to be sentient in a way. But each one of you probably have a normal evening routine. But that being said, tonight is a special night. For those of you that consider yourself part of proper feline society, you know that there are some feline politics. Okay, now regardless of if you a house cat or you a butterball, everybody's got to show up. Okay, so there are some general parliamentary rules that are put into place for us. These are in this area: we do not spy into the astral plane. Or each other's astral plane, meaning we don't spy on each other's dreams. We do not maim or kill another member of Parliament except in actual self-defense. Okay? And we never sacrifice a sapient being to power our magic. Not all creatures are sapient. Okay? Sapience is like a different level. But a lot of darker magics tend to need that. Now, these are, of course, the general rules of Parliament. Some felines say if you're not caught. Did you ever break the rule? The answer is yes, you did break the rule. But if nobody saw it doesn't matter. Yeah, no, rules, who needs them? Well, tonight, the head of the feline parliamentary, the cat parliamentary of this city, not your block, not your neighborhood, not the borough, the head cat of the city, Jezebel, has called a meeting. This doesn't happen very frequently, but when it does, it is an ordeal. And of course, you need to make sure that your burden is asleep and safe before you can leave the house and move forward. But there is a meeting location, Jezebel's personal, and all of you are going to have to go uptown. It's going to be quite a trek, and it may take some of you
Oh no!
some time.
Can I get there and back again in one night?
That being said, I'm going to assume that all of you know each other. You're cats that live on the same block. That means that you fight the same fights, you keep the same humans safe, and then, of course, each of you are attached to your burden. But I want to go around as the camera kind of pans in through this little city streets with tiny little townhomes with stoops on them. It looks just like Hey Arnold. As it kind of comes through, what does a night, as you prepare for one of the largest gatherings of sapient felines, what does it look like as you prepare? And we're going to go backwards. Butterball. How you getting, tell me what your preparations look like and how you getting there.
Okay. Butterball, so being a warden, you need some things to make wards and stuff. So Butterball's not leaving the house without a mouse, a bird, a lizard, or something in his pockets.
Well, you're gonna have to catch it.
He has invisible pockets, so who knows where it came from?
Okay, is this a stunt or is this one of your
so one of my stunts is invisible pockets, so I can carry one or two small items up to the size of a chicken egg without holding them in my mouth. Nobody's quite sure where you hide them or how you get them back.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna say to really cash in on that. So we'll say you can have 3 random items in your pocket for this game. You don't have to name them now. We're just gonna set this up, but you're gonna have to spend a fate point.
Okay.
So spend a fate point.
Okay.
For those of you at home, the greatest thing about fate is the currency system known as fate points, where they all start with 3 unless during your character building you cashed in to take an extra stunt, which they were allowed to do. But you're going to start with 3. But I may give them fate points for mischievous things that may arise for these felines, or they can do things like spin them to make their rolls higher or to get an opportunity to reroll, or to do as Tiffany has just done, to set themselves up for success later on. So in this case, Tiffany, however you'd like to mark it, you get kind of 3 objects that would reasonably fit into a cat's pockets, invisible pocket.
Yeah.
So I would say you definitely have some kind of other critter, a lizard, a mouse. Actually, you know what? I'm going to say tonight, you can't find any mice. Lizard, you could even take a spider. like a cockroach, some kind of other creepy crawly. But
no, Butterball's too lazy for bugs. you know, so I have cats and they just stare at them. They're like, what's that? I don't know.
My fat cat ignores all the bugs. He just wants to walk across the house.
Okay.
He just watches them. That's a toy. That's not for me.
I love that. Oh, okay, totally. So you're like, no bugs, but you do. We'll say a lizard is totally fine.
Like
you
a
have
little lizard.
something, and then 2 additional other things, whatever they are, when they come up. And we see you get there. How?
I would like to Oliver and Company this. Butterball's gonna make his way down the fire escape. It's very loud and slow. And then when he gets down, he's going to wait till he sees like a taxi or a car or something, and he's gonna try to get he's gonna try to be surprisingly dexterous and get himself up there and then just ride it.
Butterball, I'm gonna be honest. You are trying to catch a ride, but you're not. I mean, it's not really your thing. So here's what I'm gonna say, Butterballs. You can make an athletics or some kind of
average.
Okay, that's better than I thought you'd be.
I also have territory. Like I'm really good in territory. So Butterball, because he watches all the time, he might like know what like who to like wait for, like or like how to time it.
Okay, I'm gonna have you roll a territory roll, and we'll see. Okay, I like that. That's a better roll for you. That makes total sense. So let's get a territory roll. Now in Fate, we don't roll a d20. We roll something called fudge die. They're wonderful 6-sided die that instead of having numbers, have symbols. Katie's gonna be they're gonna have a plus, a minus, 2 minuses, 2 pluses, and a blank side.
There's the minus.
There, okay.
See the little line?
Oh yeah, those are really beautiful.
Those are pretty.
I love these, and this is the neutral.
Perfect. Here's another example. I got them right here, right? Plus, blank, minus. So it's just basic math. So instead of rolling a flat die and adding, instead what you're doing, your flat die roll is actually 4 fudge die. And in this case, your territory is at good, which means it's a +3. So when you click territory and roll that up, it's going to roll 7. Whoa! Whoa! Okay.
Woo! Oh Lord, he coming!
Oh Lord, he coming! Okay, at a 5. So that's considered a superb roll. On average, the rolls in this game are going to go from 8 to -2. You can roll negative. You don't want to. So, at a 5, a superb. I'm going to say you know for a fact that the laundromat at the end of the street is also like a cleaner's. One of the guys that works there is paid by a very wealthy man. Or like there's a relationship there because you're a cat. You don't totally understand mundane society, but he takes something uptown once a week. And tonight is that night. And you are able to go in. You don't even have to hop it. It's a massive laundry van is what you ride uptown.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not snazzy, but it's big enough to hold you, and you don't have to fit in any nooks and crannies. You can just sit in the back with the warm smell, good laundry.
It's comfy. Yeah.
I imagine
it's real comfortable.
And we kind of see, I imagine, you kind of crawl up there, your little hindquarters last, and the doors kind of slam shut as you find a very cozy place for the next like hour and a half ride, like uptown through traffic in this warm, fresh laundry in the back of this van.
The good life.
The good life. And our camera leaves that van and peels off just as we leave the block and kind of see the laundry van move forward. Down into Rocky. Where is Rocky fresh on this evening?
Well, I'm just, I just do this sometimes. It's not because of me, you know what I mean? It's not anything I'm really invested in or anything like that, but right now I'm sort of sitting on, look, so my burden, she sometimes likes to watch movies. She's old, right? And she likes to watch Angels with Dirty Faces, the one with James Cagney and everything, she named me after him and everything like that, whatever. Anyway, so Sister Donona, she's like watching the movie, and so like I'm sitting on her lap. She's got this shawl, it's like all knitted or whatever, you know what I mean? And I'm just like sitting there, but like not because I care, because I don't care, because I'm like too cool. But like I'm just sitting there a little bit until like, just watching James Cagney until she like, falls asleep. And when she falls asleep, I'm gonna be like, okay, I got a thing to do. So this is important. It's like important how you know I do it, right? So like I leave the apartment complex and everything, right? And come down to the alley as I do, because it's my alley. All the alleys are my alley, really. And I do a thing because I got a special aspect. It's called Stray Cat Strut. So what I do is when anybody might see me, I'm really cool as I'm just like strutting down towards the meetup. When nobody's looking at me, I run. You know what I mean? Because like I don't want to be late, nothing like that. Not that I care, because I don't care.
You don't care.
No, I don't. But in case anybody might see me, then I'm using my stray cat strut so I look real cool.
Are you trying to set yourself up for some kind of advantage for strutting your stuff?
Yeah, I just want to be super like, because okay, let me put it this way. I'm not trying to be cool. I just am cool, is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm just like super cool and everybody's impressed by me because like, I don't know if you know this, but like, I'm cool. Everybody likes me. They think I'm cool.
I imagine that
so cool.
So cool. I imagine you do. You're like, it's that scene from Aristocats where we first meet Thomas O'Malley, and he's like strutting, and they're all like watching him like do his thing. That I imagine you're like tailed up, bent at the end, like total haunches, and you're just like strutting down the street. You might catch like a cool ride on a skateboard here, and you might step on something there. It's like a little montage as you make your way uptown. I'm going to say you are, in fact, cool enough that as you are passing by creatures, potentially either others, more sapient creatures. In this case, we don't have ravens. We would have pigeons. There would be, like, sapient pigeons here, rats and so forth. But, Rocky, you aren't greeted by any rats tonight. There are no rats on the streets.
Is it because they're afraid of me? Is that what it is?
Maybe that's what you tell yourself.
I tell myself a lot of things. I do. I tell myself a lot of things. And the things I tell myself are like, everybody's afraid of me because I'm so cool. Everybody knows it. But that's weird.
Knows it. Yeah. And you point down an alley, and maybe you even have a cool cat rat friend, and you know that he hangs out on this corner, but as you're making your way, you pass that corner and it's quiet tonight. The garbage hasn't even been dumped over or rustled through.
It's weird. Okay. But raccoons, right? They're always around being like whatever they're doing with their little weird hands and everything. Like they're clearly gonna be raccoons knocking over trash, right?
Would you like to give me a fate point to assure there's a raccoon there that you can talk to?
No, maybe. It's just that, raccoons are a little, dangerous. I'm not afraid of them though. Like I just want I'm not afraid of raccoons. Even though they sometimes murder cats and everything like that, like in large groups, because I'm not afraid of nothing, but like if I did give you a fake point, maybe I would talk to a raccoon, but like in a safe, not that I'm nervous, they're nervous distance,
right, kind of way,
right? Yeah.
Okay, if you give me a fate point, I'll say there is a raccoon there that won't attack you. It'll be a safe, safe
raccoon.
Yeah, a safe raccoon.
Ever the GM says they won't attack you.
Yes.
They can attack you with the law.
Paul's on
Say if you're going to attack me.
If you're a police officer, you got to tell me. You know what I mean? Like you got to say. That's a rule. That's what I mean.
I have a raccoon question though. Does this raccoon have any kind of business plans happening at the moment?
You know what? It does. Okay, you pass by this alley. Yeah, you pass by this alleyway, and sitting there, where usually there's like a kind of a gang of rats that hang on this corner, that you're somewhat familiar with. I won't even say friendly.
Waving and all of that business.
Yeah. You know they're there if you need to do some work or something. But down at the end, you hear some rustling. A rather large raccoon sits at the end of the alleyway, at the dead end, where there's kind of some trash bags and stuff. And maybe you didn't see him the first time because he's sitting there like a old man in his recliner. But he's not eating food or digging through the trash. He's vigorously writing. And then he clicks over with a pen on a calculator. Click, 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 click. And he goes back to writing something in the book.
Raccoon? Rocky. Raccoon?
looks up over the book, and he goes, "What?
I'm
I'm
coming into your
working.
room.
Can't you see I'm working?"
I see you working. I see you working. I just have you seen Irving and the gang, the rat gang? You know.
Oh. He kind of looks around, realizing like the sun's gone down. You know how long he's been here clicking on his calculator. He's a working raccoon. He kind of closes his book. He goes, well, usually they're here when the sun goes down.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. He goes, I ain't seen. In fact, I hadn't seen any rats tonight.
That's weird, right? Normally, that for like you know that Thai place down the street. They got food there and everything, and the rats are like just eating the food and like
Well, you know what my mama always say?
What?
Mo rats, mo problems.
Yeah, I heard that. That's true. How you doing?
Well, I'm fine. I'm just balancing these books. I'm sorry, I can't give a
It's just why you want to do that? Like, what do you? Oh, I got it. I got you. You're part of that like organized criminal sort of thing. Yeah, you're cooking the books. You're making 2 sets of books. Yeah, like I watched gangster movies with my burden.
Can't cook the books? He kind of looks at you and like, you don't eat your books.
I don't know what it means. I just seen it in the movies. I know that people that cook the books. I don't know what it means. Maybe humans eat books. I don't know.
Oh, yeah, I've
They do
heard
weird
of this.
things. Yeah,
I heard dogs eat homework. You heard this?
Oh yeah, I heard that too. Hey, if you see Irving and them, you gotta let me know what's up, because that's weird, right? Have you seen any rats?
Like I said, I've been nose down in a book, but I'll tell you, I ain't seen no rats tonight. And
That's all right.
you know, it ain't hurting my feelings.
Hey, but they got little fingers and a little nose. Not that I care, because I don't care, because I'm too cool for that. But they got the little faces,
He like
little faces.
stands up. He tucks the book into back pocket, because raccoons clearly have back pockets, and he puts his pen into his pocket holder and he goes, well, if they ain't gonna show up and dig through the trash tonight, I don't have to fight nobody for the leftovers, so...
You should take it.
Okay, I'm gonna go take it. If I see Orvine or whatever his name is, I tell you.
Irving.
Yeah. You get up, is like, and he goes over and you see him kind of like kick this can over so he doesn't have to crawl into it, and then he begins like rustling through the trash, and his kind of bulbous body disappears except for the little tip of his tail, which is like twitching as he's scuttering and rustling.
Well, nice to see you, Raccoon. Gotta go. I will. If you see anything, let me know. Cause hey, it's Rocky, the block.
You get a thumbs up, like a little thumbs up, but it like pokes out of all of the trash bags, just his little thumbs up, and you're able to like catch your next ride, which is coming down the street. It's like a kid on a scooter or something, and you like fawns out as you like,
And then it's like, you can't tell by the way I walk, I'm a woman's cat. No time to talk. And I just like...
and it like fades out as the camera heads to the next cat from this block. Sourdough, where do we find you fresh on this evening, moon high in the sky?
You know what? I actually think since we're all on the same block, about that time that raccoon climbs into the trash can, you hear meow! Because at this point in time, the openers, who are my burden, as they open the stores, are gone for the day. So everything's closed up. But the baker always throws in extra donuts in the trash, so I'm scavenging. And now this stupid raccoon is in my can.
Okay.
And I gotta find a present to take to the big thing.
Okay.
And he's trying to steal my donuts.
He goes, hey, I was told that Irvin or whoever wasn't here tonight to claim this trash, kitty cat.
Irvin, isn't he a rat? Do I look like a rat? And then as this point, Sourdough starts crawling out and kind of reaches into the full size of a very fat bodega cat.
Which is probably actually the size of this raccoon. Like, let's be real. They're and I imagine the both of you awkwardly, like two people trying to come down a bus aisle, kind of like wiggle your way out of this trash can.
Well, so Sourdough looks even bigger because she's kind of like a light brown, kind of the color of dough. but very fluffy, like Persian fluff, like all the hair on top of a fat round cat.
And you hear the raccoon go, "Oh, I know you. You sit in the window at the bodega."
Or the freezer, or the floor. I don't know why I started doing the accent.
It happens.
It happens when you talk to this raccoon. You start doing the accent. You can't help it.
Everybody's gonna be from Brooklyn for it's over.
All of a sudden, we're no longer in Atlanta. We in Brooklyn now. We Brooklyn cats. Cool.
No, we've moved from up north down south. Isn't that how it works? We've all come from New York.
We've all come
Atlanta.
from New York to Atlanta.
We're snowbirds.
Snow cats.
Yeah.
Snow cats.
Because the housing was too expensive. You know what I mean? It's just too expensive. And so we had to come down to Atlanta.
Also, like the bodegas up north, here they have like fried chicken in bodegas. Up there,
Some boiled
everything's in
peanuts.
pans.
Yeah.
So, is it just me? Is this whole alleyway packed with cats tonight?
I don't see.
No, I mean it was kind of sarcasm, but what I'm saying is, can I have this trash can?
At this point, she's gonna pull a couple donuts out with her little paw, and pick two of them up with her mouth and be like, because I mean she can't talk now because she's mouthful of donut. Right. Kind of nod and wander off to try to find a way to get downtown.
Okay? So do you leave him any donuts or do you take all the donuts?
I feel like with any bakery, there's probably a trash bag full of donuts, and there's more than one donut in that trash can.
He goes, oh, okay, well, bye. And he, his little paw waves again as he dives back in for the donuts that you left behind.
I wondered what kind of donut. What kind of donut did sourdough take? I really need to know what sort of donut is a sourdough.
Here.
Yeah, I need specifics.
There is a chocolate sprinkle. And let's go with a cream filled.
Oh, okay.
I really want a donut.
Off in the distance.
But it was a bad mistake because like the cream filled and the teeth like.
Oh, it's just a lot. And as you're munching, you hear way off in the distance from the trash, and he goes, "Oh, she took all the chocolate!" As you kind of putter down. Now, are you going to walk the whole way there, sourdough, or are you catching a ride? Do you have a means of transportation?
So I have the ability to read.
Ooh. Do you? Now, that is an ability very few cats hold.
I got literate. I feel like because I spent a lot of time between the bakery and bodega, I see the nice little bakery lady trying to write very nicely on the board.
Yeah.
And she's like, today's special that I've learned over the years how to read because I'm kind of old.
Okay.
Can't read super complicated words.
But you can read
what
the bare
letters
minimum.
BUS stand for.
You do. And I imagine we see you finishing your donut sitting next to a couple sets of feet
at the bus stop.
At this bus stop, and eventually we hear the hydraulics of this city bus pull up. And you follow these people on board. You're a cat. I'm gonna say it's probably not the weirdest thing this bus driver's ever seen get on board his bus. Definitely not, especially not in an Atlanta bus.
As someone who's taken Atlanta public transit, I think I've seen a cat on there before.
Definitely not the weirdest thing in Atlanta transit you're gonna see. And nobody really questions you. Everybody else probably ignores you. There's a crying kid in the back, but this is the bus that will drop you uptown. It's a straight shot. And so off you go.
This is how you know it's fictional Atlanta.
Yeah.
The bus takes you where you want to go.
The bus showed up on time. Wait, this isn't Atlanta.
So, I would say you very, very easily make it uptown. These kind of red lights fill the streets as the camera finds another furry feline. One with 20 toes. Tell me, Katie, where do we find Twinkle Toes this evening as you prepare for this gathering?
Well, the first thing I gotta do is take a little dip in the nip because it's gonna be a big night and I gotta make sure that I'm super chill for it.
Yeah, of course.
So I go over to the plant that Summer has so kindly put out for me and take a little nibble. And then I realized that it would probably be really cool of me if I brought a little bit to Jezebel. because she probably doesn't get a lot of catnip.
Okay.
Like, not the fresh stuff like this.
You know what? I'm going to add a brand new aspect. This is the perfect first aspect. It's going to be for you, which is that you got that nip. Which means that the team for this, we'll say the team for this a little adventure will have extra catnip on them for whatever use that you want. Got that nip. Yep.
Got that nip.
Got that nip. I'm gonna type it in right
brings
now.
enough to share, right?
Yes,
you got
we'll
that
say,
nip.
yeah, we got that nip.
Always.
Yep. So
always.
you can got that nip. There it is. Definitely says got that nip. Oh, that's far too large. My apologies. That's a little bit better. So there it is. A little aspect. It just kind of types it off to the right hand side. Which will give you, like I said, you can cash in on it. It is an aspect, which means you can still spend a fate point to activate it in different ways. So it's there. The crew has got that nip.
And then I gotta let my burden know that things are cool because she's passed out right now. So I'm gonna wander over to her and just kind of hunker down on her chest and stick my little nose under her little nose and just take a deep breath. And I'm going to dream walk so I can chill with her for a minute.
Very interesting. Tell us, what is dream walking like?
Dream walking is where I let go of my mind and I get into the wonderful dreams of somebody else. And in this case, it's summer and my mama's dreams are always super sweet. She is the chillest person.
She is dreaming of strawberry fields and picking daisies forever. She dreams of strawberry fields forever.
So I walk over to her, and the cool thing about being in dreams is there's no language barrier. So I walk up to her and I'm like, "Hey mama, I got this."
Nope, she says nothing. Keep going. No, you go first. You finish what you're saying.
I got this thing I gotta go do. It's a cat thing. So I'm gonna be gone for a little while, and if you wake up, don't panic. It's totally cool.
She goes, "Whoa, Twinkle Toes. Thanks for joining me through my flourish through the strawberries."
This is so amazing. I'm like, wow.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. You know, I didn't think you'd sound like this.
I know, right? It's always a shocker when you get to hear my voice.
Best friend.
You are like my missing piece.
My missing piece. And she kind of scoops you up and she hugs you.
I do the little face rub.
Yeah,
on her.
there's a whole very loving moment that you have in her dream. Y'all, this is how my cat dreams go. This is actually my cat dreams. And she goes, "Okay, I'm gonna frolic to and fro, and then I'm gonna wake up possibly maybe in 12 hours from the point at which I took that last hit. Bye, Twinkle Toes.
Totally. Bye, Mama. I'll see you later.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do."
I won't, and if I do, I totally won't get caught.
Oh, I taught you so well.
You really did.
And she she goes, "Peace," and she starts skipping through this field of strawberry flowers. As you exit her dream, she sleeps like a comatose on the sofa, mouth open. It is not glorious in any way, but she is passed out. And you know that she'll definitely sleep through the night. She usually does.
As I start to head down, I pause for a second and I walk over and I take the tip of the blanket in my super agile little hands because I'm all thumbs and I pull it up. And I pull it up a little bit just to tuck her in.
So first off, for everybody at home, if cats ever grew 4 additional thumbs, that cat is going to be the deadliest creature on the planet.
I'm a superhero!
That cat will murder you.
Will murder
100%.
you.
It's already got a knife in one of its hands.
Right? Oh my god. Okay, so, but in this case, praise be, it's Twinkle Toes that has
Praise be.
praise be. It is bless her heart, as we would say in Atlanta, that it is Twinkle Toes that has the opposable thumbs. And instead of grabbing knives, you instead pull the blanket just a little farther up on your burden. Maybe you even hug her, or at least try to, like you did in the dream, even though it's not quite as like a little bit awkward. And
I just kind of pat her face.
Yeah.
Like I pet her face a little bit.
She like,
and then I hop down.
You know, like snores and a little bit. She like swats it away. And how do you get from here to uptown?
Well, here's the thing, and I don't know if I have to spend a fate point for this or not, but one of the things about this city that differs from actual Atlanta is the subway system. Like, they invested in making sure that there was infrastructure to support mass transit, which I'm so here for.
I would say, since
now
we
you
have
just sound like a crazy person.
I would say, since we have a functioning bus system, we must definitely have a functioning train or subway system. No need to spend a fate point on that. We'll say that is what it is. Yeah,
That's the dream.
So cool. Then I'm gonna like head down, and the funny thing is, I can also read. So I am literate as well.
Okay.
So I'm gonna like look at the map and be like, okay, that's where I'm going. I need to take the C car. And she kind of waddles over, just taking her time. She's really sleek, but she just kind of moseys.
Yep.
And she gets up to where the doors open, and she just kind of chillingly walks in and just sits under one of the chairs where there's not a person.
Yeah.
Because we have the transit, but like people never use it. I
What?
don't get it.
Who would
No one knows it works yet.
Yeah, nobody knows it actually functions. Okay, so yeah, the door is like doo and you kind of walk on, and you hear Marta go. Because you can't ever understand anything on Marta.
Okay, good. I was worried this was getting too fantasy. We got a working train, but the speakers still don't
the
work.
speakers
Yes.
are garbage.
I feel comfortable again.
And Maverick too has a point in chat. Every street is named Peachtree something. So
Accurate.
accurate.
Yeah.
It's kind of not as fantastical as we want it to be, but yeah, and so it's like they kind of like close, and the train takes off, and we see kind of stop after stop after stop as the camera cuts back to the last cat. Now I imagine your evening looks a lot different than everybody else's. How do you prepare for what is inevitably the biggest social event of this year?
Well, I first would like to say, meow. And secondly, I would like to say, I have got on my best, most beautiful ribbon. I have my boy, my burden. I love him so. And he brushes me 100 times on one side of my body. He brushes me 100 times on the other side of my body.
100.
And then he brushes me 100 times on my back, up my tail. And I look like a cloud. I look like a cloud with no rain. I look like a cloud that could never, ever cast thunder. But oh, you would be underestimating me. Oh, for I am sparkles. And there is a spark in this cloud. And he goes to bed, his arms sore from lifting the brush, and
300 times.
300 times.
Oh, no belly then.
No belly, no.
No belly. No, you definitely show it at least twice to tempt him.
I try. But the boy, he knows that if he were to brush me 100 times, his arms would be filled with scratches and bit and marked. And he already has hundreds of marks from trying to brush my belly before. Tonight, Tonight he is not one fool, and that's how I raised him.
Well, this fool was not born yesterday. And we see like the healing little scratches on an arm that like flops off the bed as you hear him slowly drift into sleep. Now, Sparkles, am I correct in saying that you live somewhere near an old disco?
This is correct.
This is correct. Okay. I'm going to say that this child who takes very good care of you, like treats you as if you were
The
like the
best.
cream of the crop, is the son of two wealthy artists who have taken this old roller disco and basically have ignored the storefront piece of it, which is the actual disco downstairs, and they've renovated the top into this schwanky loft that takes up a large portion of this block. But to properly get outside, as a cat anyways, you're going to probably have to pass through the disco, the closed down disco.
And so I go down the loft stairs, my paws not making a sound as my fur flops from each step. Flop, flop, flop. And suddenly I'm in darkness. I'm in dust. Is it dust? No. It sparkles.
Definitely leftover glitter from the late 70s.
And suddenly,
Everywhere.
everywhere, I chase it. I run around.
But
But it is harmless.
it's harmless, and it makes you glisten. Like there's like a small beam of light that pings through a boarded up window that hits a disco ball. It comes down and pings onto your back like a broken disco ball in the ceiling, and we see that you now have taken up the duty of glistening with such glory as a disco ball.
Suddenly sparkles.
Suddenly sparkles.
It's right here beside you.
Don't need no glitter.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
She
We can only
shines
do
on
30
my
seconds. We don't have the rights.
that's right. Yeah.
It's
Don't.
a parody. It's cool. It's a parody.
It's true. It is parody. It qualifies.
Parody.
As, it does. It qualifies.
I'm glad we all came
Bring
on
it
that
on,
journey
Twitch.
together.
And we get this glorious moment. Now, I have to know, Sparkles. I'm gonna guess, and please correct me if I'm wrong. You're not walking the whole way there.
Oh, darling. You know that I would not be walking uptown in this heat. Absolutely not. Sparkles know where. Sparkles knows where the roller skates are.
Okay. So you're not large enough to wear all 4 feet in a roller
No.
skate. But you probably are the correct size to ride in a single roller skate.
That is correct. You are not.
Totally off. So, I have to know, Sparkles. This is not something that all cats can do, and unfortunately, like your neighbor, you don't have an opposable thumb, so I'm gonna have you make a drive roll to bring this roller skate uptown as a cat vehicle for yourself. If you don't have drive, no worries, just roll, you'll roll the 4d4, I believe. And if drive is not on there, because it may not be.
We do not have drive.
Oh, no drive.
Because we're cats, you know, we don't like
Because
drive.
you can't drive. So let's see.
We're
what
too
do
cool
you
to
have?
drive.
Yeah,
we
we're
got
too cool.
drivers.
If we wanted to drive, we could, but we don't want to. You know what I mean?
Okay.
We don't want to. What's it
Athletics.
called?
I would take athletics. I would take athletics. You're gonna will this. What kind of magic do you do? I have to know this.
I am a namer.
Oh, you're a namer. Okay.
Can
I'm a
you speak
namer.
the true name of the roller skate? Can
I-
take you?
I am actually going to see. Can you? This is hilarious. Can you will your way all the way uptown in a roller skate?
What I think is this is just my thought. I just feel like Sparkles. I met Sparkles. She's great, you know. I just think that maybe Sparkles might kill a little thing and then like animate the skate and then just like animate the skate all the way down there because I seen
You
Sparkles
could
around
try to
town.
catch
you know?
something, kill it.
Hey, that's what sparkles do.
It's true. Can I catch the light of the disco ball?
You catch the okay. Roll the will. Let's get the will roll because I am gonna do this. This is also gonna be part of your magic. Because the first thing that's gonna happen is you basically have to will this. Oh my god. Sparkles rolled a 4 great, which is considered a great roll. So here's what we'll say: you use your absolute mental capacity to figure out how you're going to get uptown. Animating the skate is definitely an option, but you're going to have to catch something to cast the spell to make that happen. You will into basically existence, we'll say. A critter of your choosing. It comes like into the hole, that single hole of light that was like beaming in. What kind of critter is it? It can't be a mouse or rat.
It's a firefly. It's a lightning bug.
It's a lightning bug.
You will into existence a whole bunch of lightning bugs, and they come like glittering down in this dark, abandoned disco, where you sit in the middle of this floor, and they kind of dance around you, and you begin to basically sacrifice these lightning bugs to cast magic. That's how this works. So let's get that roll from you. Bah, bah. They're flashing. You have this roller skate like right in the middle. You've wiggled your hiney into it the way a cat gets into like a box, that's too small for it.
If I fits, I sits.
Yeah, if I fits, I sits, and Sparkles fits. Let's get the actual roll of magic. Which you said you have, not naming, you have...
Naming.
Yeah, you do have naming. Okay, great.
Yes.
That's right. Okay, great, Sparkles, just great. So great, that number 4 again on the page. Yes, you did the thing. So, So, naming in Secret of Cats is a kind of magic that deals in manipulation and control. So you literally manipulate this skate to start moving uptown. And I imagine it's like Xanadu the whole way there. It just like takes off and you leave behind glitter and rainbows.
Olivia Newton-John who?
Right? What I heard is Sparkles.
The stars are falling. The fireflies are following me. And I'm going downhill, my fur flowing
That's actually,
in the breeze.
Yes, and it's like beaming back. And that's actually what's happening. These fireflies are pushing this skate, and every once in a while one of their lights goes out, and it's like a slow roll as these fireflies burn out the whole way up the street as it pushes you in this vintage white roller skate.
Is it Saturday night? Because I have a fever.
It is Saturday night, and your fever is hot. And maybe this roller skate, we see it as it like passes over a grate on the sidewalk, and the camera's looking up. We see underneath is the name, Olivia Newton-John, is what it says, handwritten, and it used to be. It used to be Fig Newton-John's, whoever this Olivia Fig Newton-John person was. And as you pass over that grate, we see the kind of dust of glitter and a small strip of magic rainbow that kind of beams out from behind you as all of you now begin to make your way uptown. And we see the 5 of you arrive in different ways, but on foot. Maybe you park your roller skate, you get off, we see one step off of a bus, another off of a subway, one comes, alley cat strutting, Butterball hops out of a laundry van, tumbles out of fresh laundry, and the 4 of you kind of meet almost on a street corner, basically, where all of this dumps out uptown. And in front of you, you see a very large building. You know this to be Jezebel's home, like where she dwells, I guess you could say, though she no longer has her burden. She's far too old for that, and far too independent considering her position in Cat Parliament. But this building, for all of us, we would know this building to be some kind of government building. It looks like a courthouse of some kind, for all of us mundane folk. And the 4 of you, or the 5 of you, have a chance to kind of meet up out front of a giant white stoop, accompanied by a couple white columns. And a gold dome at the top, though that's hard to see this close to the ground.
Butterball tumbled out of the laundry cart. A sock got stuck on his leg, so he kind of just rolls, and I think he rolls into Sparkles' skate and then just kind of sits there trying to shake the sock off.
Okay.
Twinkle Toes will come over and grab it and pull it off.
Oh, thank you.
Not a problem, Butterball. How you doing?
Oh, Twinkle Toes, it's nice to see you. I like
Thanks.
the same level. You're normally up higher.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy being out and about. Like, wow, the city.
Tell me about it.
Right.
It's a lot of work to get down.
I know. Oh, check it out. Sparkles and Sourdough are here too. Rocky! What is up? Hey, y'all. What's going on?
Hey, everybody. It's pretty exciting. I'm glad to see everyone from our block here together. Hey, Sparkles, you looking pretty, modern.
You're like a cloud.
And Twinkle Toes kind of holds her paws out and just doesn't actually touch Sparkles, but like touches the air around Sparkles like she's petting her.
It's so fluffy.
Sourdough will walk up, donut in mouth, spit it out on the ground. Anyone hungry?
Oh, yes, please. It was a very long nap from there to here.
And just start cleaning herself because she tried to eat the donut on the bus, and like I said, she picked up a cream filled. So sourdough right now is covered like on her face with like donut, chocolate, and cream.
Oh, dude, let me help you out.
And Twinkle
Okay,
will
cool,
help
thank
groom
you.
Sourdough.
Butterball
God.
shall eat the donut on the ground.
Is that Boston cream? Oh,
Yeah. We just got it. The opener's just got a new flavor. It's for the holidays.
That is crazy good. Oh, this
know,
hits the
right?
spot.
I imagine
I'm gonna-
now all of you are surrounded around a half-eaten cream-filled donut on the street corner of this city.
Hey, I just got a question. Just got a question from everybody. Just got a question.
Yeah.
Maybe especially you, Sourdough, because, I know where you got those donuts.
Yeah, behind the store.
Yeah, behind the store, right?
Yeah, that's where I live.
Right. We're also, near
We
where
all
I
live there. We all live there.
Yeah, so let me know. Yeah. But my point is, when you were there, did you see Oiving? My little rat buddy Oiving?
Oh no, I didn't. I didn't see everybody tonight.
Yeah, no, I didn't
Or
see
Jake
him.
or Kevin. I didn't see any of them.
You didn't see Kevin?
No.
Oh, but Kevin's always there.
Kevin is always
Kevin.
there. I did see that jerk raccoon who always thinks he's so smart.
Oh, yeah.
Pretend to be writing in them books. We know
Whatever.
he's not writing in books. He can't read.
No, he can't read. What raccoon? What kind of name is raccoon for a raccoon? I just feel like that's
Not even that creative.
No, it's not even that creative.
Well, we
Also-
all know raccoons aren't that creative.
No.
It's
You
true.
know,
They think they're all
it's-
special because they got the little hands.
I know they think just because they can hold a pen, they're better than us.
It's
That pen don't have
super
any ink in
weird.
it.
It's super weird, but like I took the subway and there weren't any rats down there either.
Huh.
Well, that's
You know-
weird.
I couldn't find a
Can I look
mouse.
around to see if there's anything?
Sure. If you would like to try to make like a valued like search, this
Yeah.
is what is it? Awareness? Sorry, I don't have a. Let me look at
Notice.
notice. That's it.
Oh, well, I
You are
have
welcome
nothing
to
on
roll a notice. Like if all of
I
you
can-
stand on this street corner, you can see if you can see something.
I'll look around too and just see if I see anything.
I don't look around. I just look
I'm-
cool.
I'm like good. I'm still
Um,
noticing things.
I got a -1.
You got a
so I don't
negative
think
one, so that's poor. So in this case, you got a little cream in your eye.
Yeah.
And you definitely can't see anything.
I
Okay.
got a 4.
You got a 4.
Yeah.
Did I see it come through? Oh, okay.
No, I'm rolling.
Oh, that's right.
dice.
You're rolling IR dice. So you rolled a 4. So in that case, a 4 is great. So you start looking around. Your eyesight is fantastic, Twinkle Toes, and part of it's because you take your time.
Yeah.
You know?
I like study the world. It's amazing.
You're so appreciative of everything that life has to offer. And we see Twinkle Toes make kind of a spin, a 360, and kind of take all of this in very slowly. And as Twinkle Toes does, you
Give her a
don't
little
see...
whistle because that was a 360.
What up? What up, 360? A little cat call. And
The only appropriate form of cat call.
the only appropriate form of cat call when a cat does it.
Is from a cat.
So you spin around Twinkle Toes and you don't see or hear a single rat or mouse in sight, which for a city of this size is kind of unheard of. It's like saying all the birds in the sky just disappear, right?
Like, the rodents are gone.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like there's none. I wonder if they're having like a rodent meeting tonight. That would be so cool. The cat meeting and the rodent meeting.
Our cats.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say a raspy voice interrupts you when you say that, Twinkle Toes.
Okay.
And he goes, "I'll tell you, nothing's good about all the rats going disappearing. And the last thing we need is for them to have a meeting." It's kind of graying around the edges. Little cat comes out. He is a light gray and white color, but he's got a black mustache on his fur. Right across here, like a little black patch.
What kind of mustache is it? Kind of like a Clark Gable mustache, or is it like a big,
question.
thick, bushy mustache?
I'm thinking it's like a handly bar, like it comes
yeah,
down a little bit,
Nice.
to his
Nice.
little, and it makes his
Is it
little
like-
cheeks accentuated.
Like the little Wilford Brimley looking cat?
Yes, yeah.
Mhm.
And he's kind of gruff, and there's nothing real special about him. He's pretty average sized. He kind of looks at Sparkles and Twinkle Toe and Sourdough and Rocky and Butterball and goes, "I don't mean to be the bearer of bad news. That isn't my job. But I can tell you, we don't usually have meetings called this quickly. And if all the rats have disappeared, there's trouble to be had."
Right here in River City.
Right here in River City, capital T.
That's right.
It's a P.
Look, I watch movies. My burden watches movies. I don't care, but sometimes I'm there in the room when they happen. Look at those a thing. Those a thing.
And he kind of looks you up and down. He sees how cool you are. You're not sure if he's buying it, but he acknowledges your cool cat mentality, and he goes, "I guess I'll see you inside." And he kind of walks off and up the stairs and in, and you begin to see more cats are arriving. A few of them come out of like a gutter nearby, and another one steps off a bus because clearly all the cats in Atlanta take buses.
It's a problem.
It's a huge problem. The cats on MARTA buses. And
At least somebody's riding them.
y'all, anybody that's never been to Atlanta is never coming to our city because of this.
It's rat free.
It's rat free.
We got no rats.
And
They got a ton of cats. I
yeah,
love
we
this
got a
city.
ton of cats. You see,
Atlanta, we've got no rats. What a slogan.
the real
I
selling
think it should
point.
be. It's the South. It's the South. So I think it should be. Ain't got no.
Ain't
rats.
got
Ain't
no
got
rats.
no rats.
Ain't got no rats.
We got
y'all.
lots of chicken bones on the ground, though. That's for sure.
I would say that you see a bunch of cats. A mama cat comes up with a bunch of kittens like following along behind. There's just kind of this slow onrush. It's definitely past midnight at this point. Most of the streets, especially in downtown Atlanta, for any of you that know downtown Atlanta, it shuts down at 6 p.m. So it's like dead at this point. There's nobody down here. That's actually true. Midtown is actually the poppin' place after hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
So downtown shuts down because it's all the government buildings, and it seems quiet. But you can see that all of them are the main front door has been kind of cracked a little bit, or maybe like a fire escape door or something's been cracked, and it's kind of the entrance where all of the cats are going in. And
You see Butterball kind of does some stretches, and he's kind of like psyching himself out because he's about to have to go up these stairs.
Yes, you.
Could I create
are.
advantage on myself?
Yes, you can.
I just, I'd like to just, before I go in there, I make sure I got my little cat glasses. I don't know if you know this, but they got these like cat costumes you can get like on the Amazon or whatever. And, my boyfriend just like got me a pair of sunglasses or whatnot, like, cause I don't know, she thought it was cool or whatever. Anyway, like it's cool. So I just want to like maybe like make like a rapport or something to like make me just like, just like the coolest cat. I'm a cool cat, yo. You know what I mean? Like
I like this mental image of them being on top of your head and you do the little nod and they just
But you know that because he has those sunglasses at home, he has like the sweater vest and the little suit and tie and like all of the costumes, and he just hates it.
I've got the pirate costume. Like I'm just telling you, there are a lot of cat costumes back at the apartment.
I imagine that nobody knows it, but there's actually an Instagram account that Rocky is. There's an Instagram account that actually Rocky is the not very cool model of, which is why Rocky tries so hard.
Secret shame.
Secret shame.
It's almost like he has an alternate identity from when he's at home versus out on the streets.
So,
I would like to spend my fate point because I have my stray cat strat to bring that up to
a 2.
Yeah, let me see. What did I roll? I rolled a -2. You know what?
So I say you rolled so no,
I'm gonna re-roll.
0. You rolled a 0. Not a -2. Right?
Well, no, it was like, but yeah. So I'm gonna re-roll that. Instead of taking the 2, I'm just gonna push my fate.
It. Okay.
I'm just gonna re-roll it. You know what I mean? Just
all right. Give me that fate point and re-roll.
I'm gonna do it. And it is true. This. I am an Instagram model with a lot of real sad sorts of things in there. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
So you get that's a 1. Mm-hmm. So you need a 2.
Yeah. I think I'm pretty cool, but it's okay.
It's okay. It's only all right.
That cool.
The glasses like pop down, and all of you begin maybe helping Butterball a little bit. Sparkles maybe parks the roller skate, so that you can use it to get back or something.
Sourdough's definitely using her weight to help anchor Butterball, like behind Butterball, so he can't fall down.
Twinkle Toes is behind her and pushing, but really having no effect, and it's all Sourdough. Twinkle Toes is trying to help.
I imagine that it actually looks like 4 cats pushing a giant ball of like dough up a thing, and like it's definitely a sight for sore eyes. And we see this happen as all of you eventually make it to the top and head around the side of this massive kind of landing piece with these columns that takes you to the side, to this door. It's cracked open. You can all smell more felines. This place is crawling with felines. And as you enter, you actually enter the fire escape door into one of the major courtrooms here. And you can see cats are taking seats, places. They're perched on like all of those little like wooden railings that are all over the place, and like they don't use this space the way humans use this space. Some of them are like lounged out, laid on their backs, but everybody is here. And we see the room kind of go silent as you all find a comfortable position. As Jezebel enters, she comes from behind the like pulpit or the podium area where the judge sits, and we see her jump from the chair to the desk of the judge, and she kind of perches herself. She's a slender black cat. She's rather old. You can see like the tips are getting a little gray. Tips of her tail's a little gray, but she is well kept, well maintained. Her apprentice, another black cat who is not as friendly as she is. What is his name? His name is Sable. You would all know Sable. He's kind of a grayish, blue, black color. He's got like a white tuft. He sits there with a smirk. He's significantly younger than she is. And she,
Sable's here.
Yeah, nobody likes Sable. He's kind of a jerk.
If you don't mind, I'm just changing my trouble aspect to secret Instagram shame, if you don't mind. I just changing it to that, just so you know.
I love that. Secret Instagram shame all the way. Thank you for dropping those corgis in our cup. So yes, and we kind of see this, and she looks at all of you and she says, felines of the great city of the Atlanta. I come to you tonight in great need. It is no secret that the rats and mice of our fair city are gone or disappeared. This is troubling and imbalanced. She says one of our own has a story, a tale, that I believe will inform us of what is possibly happening here. And you
I
can
step
see,
forward
yeah.
and I
Oh,
say,
yeah.
that's right. My friend Irving was not seen anywhere. This is my story. I can back it up. My crew right here from our block.
Rocky, shut
Rocky,
up.
Rocky.
Shut up.
Rocky.
Here, have some nip, dude.
Judge Judy, talk.
Yes, and she actually turns and she says, "Oh, yes, Rocky, you're right. Irvine and his crew have been missing for what seems to be 2 weeks." A few of the cats are like, "Oh, whispering of important things,
whisper,
right?
whisper,
yeah, there's
whisper,
right, meow, 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 meow. I imagine that's kind of what it sounds like. Yeah, it's like a cat. It's like a room full of cats in a window chirping at a squirrel. Right?
Oh my god.
It's just like
So my house.
right? And she says, "Quiet, please. We do not need to draw attention to ourselves. We are already in a vulnerable position. I have called you all here to hear this tale," and she points to a tabby cat who seems to be rather domesticated based on his little pouch and the collar that he wears. But she says, after this tale, I will... Well, she seems to not have the words. She almost struggles in some way, and she simply looks at the tabby. And she goes, "Thomas." Thomas the tabby.
Oh, it's a tomcat.
He's a tomcat, and he's a handsome tomcat.
Oh my.
Oh, yeah, he's a handsome tomcat, and
Even Butterball purrs.
Me? Yeah.
yeah, Rocky's like, "No, I'm the cool one. I'm the cool one."
Everyone just like starts.
I just puff myself up because I'm clearly cooler than this guy. You know.
Yeah, I imagine that a lot of the male cats in here
Yeah.
puff up a little bit. Their tails swell up. The poof on their chest gets a little big. But Thomas, you see,
They seem to be overcompensating for something.
very much so. And let me tell you what, Thomas ain't overcompensating for nothing. And you can tell when he stands kind of upright, he like uses one of those like wooden balls at the end of like the pulpit to like push himself upward.
Oh,
He
yeah.
stands upright, and he goes, "My fellow cats, I'm here today to tell you of a tale, one you will not believe if it weren't from my own lips." And he
The
simply
lips
said,
aren't very good. I mean, I got way better lips
Yeah,
than
way
him.
better
I'm
lips.
just.
and he goes, "I saw it with my own 2 eyes. A rat leading a pack of mice by music." There's like gasp in the room. a few of them like arch their back and do that like, yeah. And he says,
What kind of music? What kind of music was it? Was it like good music? Was it bad music? What was it? Was it like the big
It
band?
was music from some kind of flout or flute. I don't read.
Flauters?
Flute. No, it's flute.
A strange woodwind instrument. This rat was unlike anything I have ever laid my 2 eyes upon. He stood upright and walked on 2 feet. And he spoke English.
That doesn't sound like a
What?
And he says, I know felines. He played a tune, and the mice followed. And you see Jezebel go, that is enough, Thomas. No need to scare them.
I ain't scared. I'm nothing.
Are we sure it's a rat, not like a chinchilla?
Oh yeah, chinchillas. You know.
He got loose from the pet store.
Chinchillas are like super shifty.
Wait, can't ferrets stand up? They're kind of tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
they're
but
like
they're on-
weasels. They're a rodent too.
Yeah, they like wiggly. They just
He says,
They're like
I tell you.
Yeah.
He says, I would bet my whiskers on the fact that it was a rat. A king rat.
No.
Not a rat king. Those are legends.
Yeah,
And
they ain't real. They ain't real.
he
that's
says
a
it.
bedtime story.
He goes, it's as real as these paws on my feet. And he like holds up a little four bean. And everybody's like,
Oh, that's really real.
Wait, why are we shocked that he has feet? We all have feet. I have feet. You have feet.
Yeah, my feet
I
are
look
way
down
better
on
than
my
his feet.
and Jezebel goes, my felines, please contain yourself. I am seeking a series of our brethren to leave their neighborhood and serve the city at large, to go down into the sewers.
Sourdough will stand up on all fours, do that like back
Yeah.
stretch, because you can't do that unless you're a cat.
It's true.
You always have to do that as a cat. And walk up, do a little kitty bow. My queen, you have my claws.
Oh, Sourdough. Always first to speak up and first to eat from the buffet. I am so glad. She smiles if a cat could smile, and she says, I am proud to call you servant of this fair city.
Wow.
And she says, do I have other tales?
Of course. I mean, Sourdough and I, we're part of the same crew. And it's wherever Sourdough goes, I go, because, you know, not that I'm following her, more like I'm leading or whatever. But the point is, we're the bravest. I don't know if you know, we got a disco and a bodega. We got that Fig Newton-John lady, pictures of her with like the feathered hair and whatnot. We got everything. We got it all. We got donuts.
Rocky.
And,
Do
we
a
got-
little kitty fist bump when he walks up.
Okay, you bump, and she says, Rocky, are you volunteering your block?
Yeah. My
Like-
lady, my queen, my Jezebel, you are the most beautiful, the most amazing. And of course, here we are. Here we are. We are like way better than other blocks. Hmm?
I mean, we should
My
let the
burden
others
has-
decide.
my burden's got like a super chill nap going. So I can totally help out. My thumbs are yours, Jezebel.
It has been a long time since I have had thumbs on my side. Wiggles. Maybe you even give a thumbs up because you can, which a lot of you can hear a lot of cats are like, yeah,
Yo!
opposable thumb. She thinks she's so Damn,
I can open doors, mother lickers.
and you can see a couple groups of cats from different neighborhoods are kind of like eyeballing all of you. Some of them seem a smidge jealous, but Jezebel looks to the other two remaining, Butterball and, of course, Sparkles. And she says, dare the two of you accompany your neighborhood cats?
Come on, guys, it'll be so fun.
Are there gonna be a lot of stairs?
She says, well, it is the sewers. I would
Oh.
say not.
Oh.
Hold on, you didn't say sewers.
Yeah, she
Did
did.
you guys say sewers before?
Yeah, she totally said sewers. It's gonna be
Oh.
cool.
I think
Yeah.
I have cream in my ear still.
The
I
lighting.
got that.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh, thank you. Oh, perfect.
Oh, great. There's like a moment you're licking, and she says, so does that mean a yes, Butterball?
Well, yeah, because we have to find the rats or the chinchilla or the ferret, not the ferret, the chinchilla, the raccoon that's leading them all. 'Cause they stand on two legs sometimes.
Yeah.
And there was the raccoon in the dumpster.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, we got to show up the dumpster raccoon. He's
We
always
gotta take him out.
he's always writing things.
All sketchy
Writing
in his little
things.
notebook.
And she
Take
says,
his
Yeah.
notes.
Right?
I have been told by so many that you would never undertake something like this, Butterball. I'm glad you are out to prove them wrong.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I can do things too. Butterball kind of turns slowly to everyone. It's like, I can do things.
A couple cats like nod to appease you. A few of the other ones give you like a stink eye look, like we know for a fact you don't do anything.
Anybody who
I'm
gives her a
bored,
stink
man.
eye, give him a stink eye. Give him.
Yeah,
They
I
can't
also
see it
will
behind
look
your
at
cool
them.
glasses.
Like, y'all need to mellow. For real.
And finally, Jezebel turns to Sparkles, and she says, Sparkles, I would be absolutely in so much regret, if I did not tell you how dashing you look this evening.
Merci, madame. I wish my fellow kitties would don't leave me this way. We are family. And she gets up onto the balcony, and then there's a stray of moonlight that comes in, and suddenly her fur glistens and sparkles.
A few cats gasp.
We won't stop till we get enough. We will survive. And we will stay alive.
She says, Sparkles, your words never fail to impress me. Thank you for those rousing sentences from things that we have never heard before. And
I got them.
a few cats stand up, and you can hear their little poofs like they just poof a little together, and a few people clap, and she says, Felines, stand on all fours and show homage to these 5 brave felines that will dive into the sewers of the great city known as the Atlanta to find out what has happened with the species of rat here. She says, I have a guide waiting for you just outside. He is in fact a felonious ferret. Thank you, chat, Cole, for that. He escaped a pet store many years ago and has outlived the average ferret life. He is rather felonious. When we return from this break, or the end of this episode if you're listening via audio, we will meet a felonious ferret, and he will take you into the sewers of the great city of the Atlanta. We hope you rejoin us, and we promise here, as the felines of this city, that if your furry bodies do not return, we will bear the burden of your burden.
We're coming back, right?
Dun dun dun!
It's okay. I start like clicking and like rub.
Yeah, there's like you start
It's okay,
purring to
it's
make
okay.
yourself feel good, and you realize that maybe the stakes are a little higher than you originally planned. And we're gonna
I'm
go
the
to-
only male cat in the group, and I'm just
No,
like,
I'm a
I
male
just think it's
cat.
fine.
No, Butterball's
You
male.
are Butterball.
I didn't realize Butterball was a dude.
I feel like
Yeah, we're the bros.
So we will return momentarily.
Bros.
We're gonna take a very quick break and save some audio, and we'll be right back for part 2 of 3 tonight, everybody. So hang in there, and we're gonna dive into the sewers and see what may be ailing the rats of this city. But until then, everybody, hang tight, and we'll be back in just a minute.